So I'm going to show you exactly how to actually get wealthy with your auto repair business. Filthy, stinking wealthy. So I'm going to show you how the real money is being made in the business. Now transitioned into the future of exactly what Jerry and I are helping you get towards. So let's talk about two things. One is the current bank and one is the future bank. Current bank is the money that you're making right now. This is the profits that you get out of the business. It is the salary you pay yourself. It's the cell phone that gets paid for through the business. It's the car payment, all that kind of stuff. I call that the current bank because that you see the immediate fruits of your labor and they wind up in your bank account or in your driveway. Okay? That's current bank. What future bank is, that's your business. I want you now, from now on, to look at your business as a bank account. Now, it's not a bank account in the average way of looking at it where you're going to be able to go withdraw money from it. We're talking about a bank account that the value of it grows and grows and grows, but you're not pulling money out of it. That's what your current bank is. Your current bank is your salary and your profits. That's what you live off of. This future bank, that's how you get rich. That's what you retire off of. Okay, so look at it as two totally different ways. The business we build builds our net worth, not the income we make. I want to show you how to build your net worth simply by making your business more valuable. And along the way, we're building our current bank account that's going up while also building the value of the future bank. So as we build, what we want to do is we want to look at something that has exponential growth. Your income, that's linear. It's going up and up and up and up. At least it should be, right? You want to do better this year than you did last year, than the year you did before. So your income goes up and up and up and up and up. But the business value goes down a little bit because the business doesn't have any value as you're building it until a certain point it crosses, and all of a sudden there's this hockey puck growth. It just shoots straight up. This is where wealth is built. This is where you're building the value of your business at the same time that you increase your income. So let's look at what happened with your shop last year. Let's just grab a fictitious little shop here. Last year, if your business threw off net profits, and I'm talking that from the bottom line, that 20% net profits, not what you paid yourself in a salary, but your net profit, what was left over after all those 80% of the expenses were taken out, you made $100,000, let's say. Well, your business is worth anywhere between 2 to 3 multiplier, okay? Typically, your net profits times 2 or 3 is what the value of your business when you sell it. In general terms, that's what it's worth. Now, that's not including the real estate. Take the real estate out of it. I'm just talking about the value of the business that you built. So your business is worth $300,000. So in other words, you have $300,000 locked away in your future bank, and you've got $100,000 sitting in your current bank. Got it? Okay, 100,000, 300,000. That's the value of your bank accounts right now. Now let's fast forward to this year. Let's say you raise your prices. Let's say you do a better job in your sales and your customer attraction. Maybe you get rid of some expenses. Your net profits go from 100,000 to 150,000. So in other words, you made an extra $50,000. Not too bad. This is your current bank. Your current bank account has $50,000 more put into it. Now, you may be pissing it away on stuff, but you understand what I mean. You're paying yourself more profits out of your business. But since it's a 3-time multiplier, we multiply this number by 3, which is now worth $450,000. Currently, right now, it's worth $300,000. But if you take home more money, remember, it's a 3-time multiplier, so your business is now worth $450,000, excluding real estate. So you made $50,000 more in current income, your current bank. You made $150,000 more in your net worth. So this year, simply by making $50,000 more in profit, the reality is your net worth went up by $200,000. Quick timeout. What you're watching right now is an actual slice of the training we do every single week with our War Room clients. This is one small piece. We normally go a lot deeper and apply this directly to our client shops. Now, if you want access to our free Repair Shop Tune-Up training or want to hear more about our programs, the links are in the description below. All right, let's get back to the training. Cool thing is you're only paying taxes on your net income. You don't pay income taxes on your net worth increase. You only pay that in capital gains after you sell. Totally different course here, okay? Guys, hope you understand here. The more you increase your net profit, you multiply that in your future bank. So don't think, oh, I only went up $50,000. Realize you actually went up $200,000. Now, can you pull this extra $150,000 out of your business? No. That's your future bank. That's a non-liquid bank that you have right there. So what are the things that affect this 3-time multiplier? Because 3 times is, like I said, it's between 2 and 3 times. We can get it much higher than that. So let's look at this multiplier here and see what happens if we can multiply this even more. Well, if I'm looking at buying your business or you're looking to sell your business and you got a 60% gross profit margin rather than a 55% gross profit margin, that's a lot more attractive, right? If you got systems in place, that the business is running well, like making a McDonald's hamburger, everything falls into place and it's easy to run that business, systems are going to help expand that multiplier. Your recurring revenue, that's the percentage of new customers coming in the door versus your current customers coming back again and again and again. That has huge value. Like I said before, if 80% of your customers are brand new customers that are coming in the door, that's suppressing the value of the future bank of your business. Nobody wants a business that has to constantly have to market and get new customers coming in the door. The more current customers you have coming back, the higher the value is in your business. The dependence on owner. Look, if you're there and you're working 60 hours a week, sorry, but it's really suppressing the value of your business, because if I'm going to buy your business, I don't want to go work 60 hours a week in your business. I don't want to buy a job. And then you got economies of scale. So if you have additional locations and they're all running at peak efficiency, that even increases the multiplier even higher. Let's say we take your net profits and let's say we go up to $200,000. Okay, but your business is not worth the 3x multiplier because we have systems in place. You're not working there all the time. You've got a high gross profit margin. So let's say it's now worth 5x. So we're taking the $200,000 that you're taking home from this business next year, okay, 200,000 times 5, because now we're multiplying by 5. Now your business is worth $1 million, excluding the real estate, because you're taking home more money and you got a better business there. It's worth more. Okay, so we didn't just increase your income by $50,000. We increased your net worth by $550,000. So just next year, by putting systems in place, by getting less dependent on you and having a higher gross profit margin, we just added $600,000 worth of value to your business. And how do we take this to the next step, where you really get wealthy with it? It's what I call lather, rinse, repeat. You do really well with your business, and if you have one business running well, you buy somebody else's business or open another one from scratch and install the same systems in there. Now that business is worth a lot of money, and then do it again. Lather, rinse, repeat. And now we're not at a 5x multiplier. We're at a 6 or 7x multiplier. So this business is now worth 1.2. So now you're at $3.6 million of net worth. That's your future bank. That's how you get wealthy in this business, is by lather, rinse, repeat, doing it over and over and over again. If that's not your game, no big deal. Let's work on your current business and get that future bank really cranked up. Now, this was just a slice of what we cover weekly with our War Room clients. To grab the free Repair Shop Tune-Up training, where we cover everything from marketing to sales to boosting your profits, click the link in the description below. And if this was helpful, please like and subscribe for more.